6th. That's right. Good morning, Junkyard. Good morning. Good morning. 14 degrees, big state of Michigan. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What's in the 14? Morning, cute kitty.
Remove your car scratches in 60 seconds or get your money back. Look.
We are making money. We got commercials. Well, somebody's making money. I haven't seen any. I know. They couldn't get rich. You're right. Trust everybody had a good night. Oh, kitty, she wouldn't leave me alone. So I got out of bed at 4:45. Give her treats. Made sure she had water and food. And then I made a pot of coffee. And I took a shower. And then that wasn't satisfying enough for her because after I got out of the shower and sat down here, she wanted to, sit on my chest and tell me all the wrongs of my ways or something. I ain't no future in politics. Yeah. If they take away the insider trading, what are they left with? Just a measly $175,000 a year, plus their committee, fees. For each committee they get on, they get like $40,000 or $50,000. No, that's because they need the money. And for every senator and representative for their office, they get like $5 million a year to run it. So they probably do drive blue cars. That way the laser live. They're never going to pass that no insider trading thing. They'll never pass that because even the Republican politicians are crooked on that. They're never going to pass term limits either. I don't think that should be in their hands anyways. I think that should be in the voters' hands. There should be a national bill or national election on that. They have made them comfortable. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Now that she's getting out of politics, she's made enough money. They're worth $400 million or something like that. Oh. Hmm. Yeah. You can't never trust nothing you see anymore. And it's just going to get worse with AI. That should be another thing, that it should be standard. If anything is made with AI, it automatically imprints on the video AI. So, 'cause some of that stuff is so real looking, you don't know if it's not AI or not. Check underneath the hood, that's right. Hmm. Maybe that was his stage name. Hmm. I'm just making sure I ain't froze up. Uh, anyways, Elmar Ohan, brother lover, whatever. Did you see her special guest got arrested after they left? Got kicked out of the State of the Union address, and then they arrested her. Huh. I don't know what she said, but she said something that was worthy of getting arrested. Hmm. Morning, Dan. I wonder why. See, I'm watching myself, but it won't bring up no chat. I don't know. Okay. I just did, and it's still not showing up. No. Oh well. You're right. They are better. You know what? I think Trump actually missed the boat his last term when he had the Surgeon General and he put Ben Carson in charge of housing and development. I think he should have had Ben Carson as the Surgeon General. So, be it as it may, that's one smart man right there. He's from Detroit. Probably got one of the highest IQs in the country. He's probably damn near as smart as me, or close to it. He left, yeah. You know what? This ankle is really killing me. I called the guy I was supposed to do an auction for on the 7th of March. Told him I would not be doing it. My arthritis is just getting too bad that I don't think I could do it, and, without being in a lot of pain. And he said, thanks for the heads up. He said, you're better than most people because most people wouldn't even call you. They'd just, not show up. I said, well, I said I would do it, but things have gotten to a point where, I was a lot better off when I said I'd do it 2 months ago. And, in the last 4 or 5 weeks, my left ankle, has gotten so bad that I can't even flex it. Yeah, too slow. There you go. Yeah. Thank you. Well, it didn't rain here. It didn't snow, but the temperature dropped down to 14 degrees. So it's supposed to warm up tomorrow. Cool front, that's right. It's cool back, it's cool front, it's cool from the side, side to side. It's cool everywhere. But it says it's clear. So Uh, Guy I went to school with, he advertises on rebuilding transmissions. So I got a hold of him, asked him how much to rebuild the transmission in my van. And I said, I want heavy specs. Because evidently the way GM makes transmissions, they ain't worth a damn. Because every time you look and see a van or a big truck for sale, GMC or Chevy, they say the transmission's bad. So that tells me there was a bad problem with the transmissions and somebody should sue the shit out of them, but ain't nobody done it. Yeah, that's about what it was, is how much you got. Anyways, it's heavy duty specs. He wants $2,000 to tear apart the transmission, completely rebuild it, and put heavy specs in it. So right now I'm seriously considering on getting rid of the van because it's a nice van, it's a decent van, but $2,000 to put a new transmission in it is going to make it the truck's not worth what I paid for it, and then another $2,000. So. I know you get back in one day. Yeah. I know. No. If I had junkyard money, oh my God, we got a commercial. If I had junkyard money, I'd be able to afford it. But being I don't have junkyard money, I don't think I can afford that. All I got to do is stick my hand in my pocket and jingle it around, and I can tell you exactly what I have. 2 dimes, 3 quarters, and a nickel. Yep, not even enough for a cup of coffee. There you go. And then you take that quarter and you look up to Texas. Yeah. No. Hey, You can make a living there sometimes. There you go. You walk around like this, and you take a finger, like you're looking for a quarter in your change in your hand. Somebody says, "Here, sir, do you need a cart?" "Yeah, I'm looking for a quarter right now." "Oh, no, take mine." "You sure?" I don't have, I got 2 dimes and a nickel." "No, no, no, sir, you keep it." "Well, thank you." The original panhandler. 1 quarter at a time. That's the thing. If I find a shopping cart out there that somebody just left, I will use it, and then I will give it to somebody when they come back out. What they do with it is their problem, but I figured this way, it ain't worth the quarter for me to walk it back and plug it back in. So, I have to walk by them to go into the store, but I don't have to walk by them. I don't have to bring it back to the cart corral. No, I did not see that. You're right, you'd get rich. I did not see that, Dad. Was the person alive or dead? And I'll quote the movie Men at Work with Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez. When they open up that 55-gallon drum, and that one guy says, I think his name's Charlie, I ain't for sure, "Man, looky there, somebody done thrown away a perfectly good white guy." He was hiding? There you go. Huh. I bet he wasn't hiding as soon as that machine started to pick it up. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Oh. Carter come up and got himself an orange juice. Or a Sunny Delight, whatever you want to call him. He jumped out and ran. Yeah. And a guy, he's working for the garbage company. Name's Terry. And Terry was in Monroe. And he, like 3:30 in the morning, dumping trash cans. The front yard, front road cans. And he pulled into a can that was in an enclosure, picked it up, and when you pick it up, you really don't look at the can. You look in your mirror to make sure you're clearing everything when you lift it up. When you bring it back down, that's when you look to make sure nothing fell down underneath it or whatever. I picked it up, and he dumped it, and he went to bring it down, and there was a guy laying there on the ground. And Terry thought when he got into the can that he hit the can and killed the guy. So he called the police, and He left the can up in the air, called the police, and the police showed up. He said, man, I don't know if he's dead or not. I didn't get out, I didn't touch nothing. The police go over there, they look at the guy, and they start kicking him. Get up, get up. There's a bum that fell asleep behind the trash can.
Roger.
Now,
Better get out there.
another guy was up in Jackson, and Terry was there too. And Terry was dumping the front load cans, and Terry seen this bum fishing around the cardboard can, which was a rear load can. And he told the guy, you better get out of here. This ain't a place to be. Well, he dumped the can, and then he left. Well, an hour later, the cardboard guy got in there, and he dumped his can with a rear loader, which is on the back of the truck. You hook up cable and you just lift it up and dump it. Well, he dumped it, and he went to cycle it, and he seen this body laying in there after he'd already cycled it.
Yeah, like
So
you better get eaten at that.
the cops said that the guy was dead before he even was in there.
It's on its way
Before you-
to
Have a good day.
Longsby. Don't waste
So
them.
evidently
Oh,
somebody had killed him or whatever between the time the two trucks were there. No. I get you get me a cup of coffee, honey, please. Thank you. You're such a sweetheart.
Don't start today.
Stop it. You are. So. Now, anyways, I used to pick up Toledo. And I'd go all over in Toledo. I mean, I'd go some places that was really, really dangerous and be there in the middle of the night. I was down there by where the University of Toledo is on Upton. And there was a Little Caesars there. And I had been there during the day. And I had to go in there, and they had bulletproof glass at the counter. And you slid your money in. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. It's 5-shot Thursday. Anyways, you would slide your money in a drawer. You'd put it in the drawer and slide it in. They would give you they would take the money and then give you your change and slide it back out. Then they'd slide the pizza on a turntable and slide it out to you. Well, I got there one night about 3:30 in the morning, and I'm dumping the trash, and you had to back up because there was a wire there, so you had to back up. I backed up, went to lift the can up, and I see this guy looking right at me through the window. And I mean, he's staring at me eye to eye. So I figured I'm just going to knock him off my step. I go to open the door, and I look down, and this guy ain't standing on the step. He's standing on the ground. Hey. So I locked the door, and then I slid the door open. I said, "Can I help you?" He said, "What are you doing in my neighborhood, boy?" I said, "I'm dumping trash, and I'm getting the hell out of here right now." I slammed that can in, slammed her down, put her in the crib, hit third gear reverse, and I didn't stop coming out of that parking lot. I got in for that night, and I told him right then and there, I'm not going to that place no more. If I can't get there, if I can't do it during the daylight, I'm not doing it at all. So you guys better figure out which way you want this route done, because I'm not picking that can up again. I said, I'm not getting killed. And then it was probably a week later, across the street is Banner Mattress. It's a warehouse. And you had to roll the can out. So I rolled the can out in the street, and I hook on to the can, and I start to lift on it, and I look in my rearview mirrors, and there's like 30 people walking down the streets with baseball bats. And I thought they were going to kill me. They never even paid me 1 ounce of attention. They walked right past me, and right where the warehouse is a curve that curves around, and there's like a house 3 or 4 houses down. And I sit there and I watched them. They ran up to the door, kid in, and they all ran in the house. I didn't waste no time. I dropped that can, pushed back into the property, and I left. I wasn't going to be there for the murder. That's mostly how they get rid of the dead bodies. They throw them in garbage cans. They put them in a rug, tape it all up, and then throw it in a dumpster.
How's that rug right there?
I don't know. I just bought it last week, I thought.
What?
The one in that thing. Why, is it hard? All right. Make my Texas toast bread or sandwich. That's fresh. That's the thing. We don't eat a lot of bread around here, and we'll have a local bread, never even get touching it. It'll go bad before we even eat it. Not at church, yeah. Yeah. I wonder if she's going to lie. Not Hillary. No. I highly doubt she would lie. Because, you know, she's as honest as the day is long. And, you know, she was really sorry that, you know, Prince Andrew was going to kill himself next week. And I can get it open.
Kyler. Get out here. You want jelly on it? No?
I can't get it. Sorry. That'd be a palm reader there, yeah. You know, I'm pretty sure that Hillary and Bill are innocent of all charges. I'm sure they are. I'm positive they are. I'm really, really positive they are. So if Hillary and Bill's listening, I'm sure you're innocent. You are innocent as the day is long.
Or no, the ice packs.
Well, they're probably out in the other freezer. The refrigerator freezer.
Um, you better be figuring that out
Huh?
today.
What's that?
You better be figuring that out.
Figure what out?
I don't know why you use an ice pack anyways.
Huh? I didn't hear you, honey. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Well, I didn't hear you. I think I left them all in the freezer part up there in the refrigerator. She's probably not. And you know what he's going to say? I did not have sexual relationships with any of them minor children. I did not have sexual relationships with any of them minor children. I did not have sexual relationships with any of them minor children. Just like I didn't have it with Monica Lewinsky. Yeah. Chelsea Clinton said that everything that the government's doing right now is false. And all the pictures and all the emails and stuff aren't true. They're all made up. She said, you guys are smart, but you're close, but no cigar. And I immediately thought, well, no, because Monica Lewinsky got the cigar. Right. No. Well, it's 14 degrees, and now they say temps to drop Sunday. How are they going to drop Sunday? They're going to go even lower? They made me do it. That's right. I was forced into it. Ah. Well, good morning, Naya. Well, people, I'm gonna be on here for another 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and then I gotta go. Mother Nature's calling, and Blue Chew. There you go. Yeah, Mother Nature's calling, and I don't think I can last another 18 minutes. So. I'm gonna go to Monahan's, I guess, and pick up some burgers. So we'll have burgers this weekend probably for dinner one night. They didn't really have. They had a lot of stuff on sale. I got pork loin, $1.99 a pound, I believe. Yeah. Whole pork loin for $1.79 a pound. There you go. $1.79 a pound, $1.99 if they cut it. Well, I'm interested in the whole pork loin because I will. No. I'm back, hopefully. Yeah. Take a half a pork loin, half it in bacon, and then put it in the oven at 300 degrees, wrapped in tin foil. And I trim all the fat off of it, and I wrap it in bacon. And then I take the fat that I trimmed off and set it on top of the bacon. So when it cooks, all that fat, marinates the pork loin. So, massages ought to come down too. All right, everybody. I got to get out of here. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care. Prayers and peace. And I will see you tonight at 8 p.m. Mother Nature's calling and I got to go. Take care, everybody.